Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at Thulsa Doom, the Demigod Serpent from Conan the Barbarian. I did not order the first wave of Conan figures from Super 7. There was just something, I don't know, just not quite right about them. But once I saw Warpaint Conan and this Thulsa Doom, I was like, I'm in. I have to have these. They look too awesome. So let's open them up I opened Conan up on Monday. I hope you guys watched that one. And I did not learn my lesson about this new super strong tape Super 7 is using. Oh, look at that. This one pulled through. Nice. Okay. So Thulsa Doom, as opposed to Conan, who had kind of a leather texture on his box, Thulsa Doom has this snakeskin texture with the cool embossed logo. On the back, you've got Thulsa Doom's sword, or symbol, or whatever. Really beautiful packaging. This is some of the best, or this is some of my favorite Super 7 Ultimates packaging so far. And then, of course, that nice slip cover comes right off and reveals the handsome and evil visage of one James Earl Jones. Look at that. So this was the figure that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get these because this is unbelievable. So let's take a look at his bio. Demigod Serpent Thulsa Doom. As Thulsa Doom spectates his harem and cannibalistic followers from within his mountain of power, he reveals his secret to longevity. He is not human, but instead a demigod spawn of the dark god Set. As Thulsa transforms into a snake before his congregation, Conan and his friends suddenly strike from the shadows. Many of Thulsa's men are killed, but Thulsa is able to kill Valeria with a serpent arrow during their attempt to escape the mountain. So I need more characters from this movie, for sure. But for right now, I'm happy to have Conan and Thulsa Doom. Background, same as Conan, just that sort of Conan-esque fire going on. Okay. I am totally missing the snake heads that go with this. So hopefully I will be back for, wow. Pretty lame, Super 7. Pretty lame. And we're back, mere almost 4 weeks later, with an all-new Thulsa Doom, complete with snake heads. So, it took a little while, but Super 7 responded. They sent me the right stuff, and now we're going to open this guy up. And I'm looking at this right now, and I'm wondering, like, how did I have to even open this before I realized the big two empty spots that were right here? But I was looking at this guy. I wasn't thinking about the snake heads and his, all the business down here. I don't know. I obviously missed it big time. But Super 7, like I said, they came through, and now we're going to open this guy up and take a look at a complete Thulsa Doom, the enemy of Conan the Barbarian, played by the incredible James Earl Jones. Oh, real quick, we'll take a look. This made a great backdrop. If you watched the Conan review video, if I can get it out of here, the preview image, I just had this in the background, and it looks really nice. I like this sort of painted fire look. Very cool. All right, Thulsa Doom. What have we got here? Tons of stuff going on with this guy. First, let's get this little twist tie out of the way. And you can see Super 7 does use the conscientious twist ties that have the little piece of plastic to keep it from digging into the soft goods and like kind of ruining it. I'm just going to turn it over and pop everything out here. So nice to have those heads. I love my new workspace, which, by the way, you may have noticed that our background has changed ever so slightly from what it was in the first part of this video. That's because of my new workspace here. And I've got so much more room. If I can pop things out, and if they go flying, they're not going to leave the workbench. This has been a tremendous improvement. For now, the Bluetooth thing is working again. Everything's coming up Millhouse, essentially. All right. Carefully. Look at that. Oh, man. That's great. We've got the snake dagger. Oh, nice firm plastic. We'll look at all these accessories in a second. I'm just excited getting this stuff out of here because you can already tell how much nicer some of it is than standard retail. That snake is going to be tricky. Let's get Thulsa out of there. And our snake arrow. Just going to kind of carefully push out. There we go. Push out from the back. I've also got more room to kind of just toss stuff aside when needed. Okay. So Thulsa Doom got his interesting crochet cloak going on here. Look at the soft goods. This is incredible. If this was any other company, this would not be this sort of woven material. This would just be, maybe it would be one flat piece with deco on it without the holes, or maybe it would be just something like this with holes. I don't know. This is amazing. And I wasn't even aware this was a thing on the figure. Something I want to explain. I take basically a cursory glance at most things before I pre-order them, because I want the experience of opening them up, discovering all of these things. So, like, I don't want to know from an internet picture that he's going to have this incredible soft goods on the back. I want to open it up and discover it for myself, because that's a lot of the fun of collecting toys to me. So I don't scrutinize everything when I pre-order it online. I just get an idea of, like, that looks pretty cool. I need it. All right. So anyway, gosh, this is amazing. Let's look at this portrait of James Earl Jones. Looks fantastic. Great paint job. The headdress. This is all sculpted in. This is not just paint on a flat piece. Looks incredible. It's got the big cowl piece going on back here. And then he's got this necklace. We'll lift this up a little bit. You can see this great sculpted necklace. Tons of detail there. And then these crossed pieces, very, obviously Conan was around for a long time before Game of Thrones, but we've seen this costuming on Game of Thrones quite a bit. And then this belt piece, again, this is all sculpted, all these scales and everything, this painted, I guess, clasp in the middle, or maybe it would clasp in the back. Obviously on the figure, it's got a clasp in the back here that is, I believe, sewn together, or I don't know. I'm not gonna test this too much because there's no reason to take this off. Although I am probably gonna try and wiggle it a little bit and reposition it because it's not quite in the middle, but that's fine. I can fix that. This is a delight of soft goods, because also look at this robe with all these intricate print designs going on. And the fabric is leather-esque, I guess you might call it. I don't know. So I'm noticing underneath the robe, and I'm going to have to look at some reference pictures to see if the robe is supposed to be on top of these gauntlets or not, because I wouldn't think these would be covered up for costuming. But look at, if I can get it over here. I don't want to screw this thing up. He's got these gauntlets underneath the robes. And there is I can feel the top of the snake head. There we go. Okay, so it's just a sculpted in black arm, but this gauntlet, you can see the intertwined snake heads right here. And there's one of these on each hand. So I'm going to have to check some reference pictures and see if these are supposed to be revealed or not. I would imagine these sleeves are supposed to be pushed up like this, but I'll check it out and find out. But just fantastic soft goods. Underneath, oh my gosh, look at this. Whoa. So he's got under these robes. Let's see, let's get these arms up here. Under these robes, he's got this other like loincloth piece, and then these textured trousers with the seams all sculpted. Look at the texture on these things. A lot of people will never ever even see these pants, and look at the detail that they've put into this to get this costume correct. And then of course he's got the sandals, also sculpted and painted, looking great. Wow, this is unbelievable. You guys, this could be an early figure of the year candidate. I cannot believe just all of the layers and color and everything else that's going on with this figure. This is beautiful. And you know, now that I've got the complete figure, just about perfect. This is crazy, you guys. I'm very, very impressed with this. All of the articulation is standard Super 7. You've got a bicep swivel. You've got the single jointed elbow. The hands, well, there you go. The hands pop out. And these, the hands of appeal. No, it's fine. Come give me a hug. I'm not an evil snake god. Well, I guess he's not technically a snake god, but you know what I mean. You'll find out in a second anyway. And then knees single jointed with a joint at the bottom of the knee pivot. And then ankles are standard modern ankles. Very nicely done. And then underneath, you've got the ab crunch with a little bit of range there. So, and then a waist joint that I'm not going to mess with too much because I just don't find it necessary. I think I'll be able to get everything I want out of this guy. This is a beautiful figure. So let's take a look at the accessories. I'm going to save the snake heads for the main event. We've got multiple hands. We've got punch-in fists, which are always some of my favorites, as simple as they are. These are an action figure. You know, when I was a kid, pretty much everything had C-grips. So having punching fists, closed fists, is great. I still like get a little kick out of it every time. And then you've got pairs of C-grips that I now know as a standard. You've got up-down pivots and side-to-side pivots. That's what the two sets of C-grips are all about. So that's awesome. The bow with an actual, it's not wanting to focus on this. There we go. An actual elastic string. Beautiful sculpt and paint. Like, it's a pretty simple bow, but it's very, very well done as far as toy bows go. You know, no plastic piece right here for safety reasons. This is an adult collectible. And then the snake arrow, that the detail is so fine. I don't know if you guys can even really tell. Yeah, I can see it all right in the camera. The eyes painted, the mouth open. You can even see the fangs in there. And then the paint on the body is, you know what, I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave this video. Going forward, I got a comment that they did not care for the square aspect ratio. And look, I get it. I understand. As a fan of widescreen, it just didn't make sense to me to do it bigger than a square for a long time. But we're going to try the bigger aspect ratio here. And you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you prefer the 16, I think 16:9 is what we're going to be looking at. So let me know what your preference is. It certainly is better for pieces like this. And then finally, the snake dagger, which is gorgeous. The sculpt, the paint on the hilt. This is a fantastic piece, and it's firm, rigid plastic. It is not rubber. You're not gonna it's make little pokies in your skin. This is phenomenal. And then finally, the reason I had to send them back, the extra heads. Look at that. Oh, beautiful hinged jaw. You can see all of the detail inside the serpent's mouth. All of that painted detail. Look at the gorgeous paint on that snake head. And this we'll take a look. I hate changing the heads on figures this intricate because it's always like, where do I want to hold it? How easy is this going to be? Where's the necklace going to go if it flies off? But again, the workbench makes that less of a concern. There we go. Head pops right off. Let's get this serpent. Gosh, he might be getting displayed with this serpent head, to tell you the truth. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. This guy could even go hang out with your classified series Cobras on the Cobra shelf. Maybe he's like Serpentor 2.0 or something. I don't know. Look, that looks great. He does look a little happy, though. This is a happy snake. And then finally, you've got really sort of an incomplete-ish piece because I would love to have a full snake body coming out of this, but this is accurate to the film. We see as Thulsa Doom is transforming into this giant snake, that piece just sits on the ground and it has the snake emerging from his headdress. So, I mean, that's accurate. Again, all of the beautiful painted, sculpted detail. No hinged jaw on this one because this is a very specific moment in the movie, which, by the way, I might be going to watch as soon as I'm done recording here. It might be Conan time. So there you go. That is Thulsa Doom, Nemesis of Conan. One of the best figures I think I've ever reviewed. Here, I got to put the James Earl Jones head back on. Like, as much as I love the snake head, like, this one just looks too good to not put on the shelf. I mean, look at that. So yeah, I think one of the best figures I've ever reviewed. This is unbelievable. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and come back each and every week for more toy reviews.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.